yet another roguelike made for the EV Expo Game Jam 2026. I don't know much about this. It is made by Mirage, made by one person. It was intended to be a roguelite at the beginning, but started shifting in another direction because it was too ambitious. You seek adventure, so you move to the Rogi region. Your friend Alyssa tells you about Rogue Expeditions, a company based in Hubton. You meet Alyssa in Hubton after signing online once. Once you arrive, the company's director decides to put you to the test to see if you have what it takes to become a Rogue Expeditions member. Pokemon Rogue Expeditions Co. sends out trainers into 3 areas: Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. I feel like you skipped Delta there. Is Delta not a Greek letter of alphabet? Am I missing something? For various tasks such as battling never-do-wells, catching aggressive Pokemon, dealing with a shady sort, and more. The game loop doesn't revolve around gyms, instead it focuses on the expeditions, which would make for a more linear story. Why would it be more? It's less linear, right? You have Hubton as the hub town. Haha. What a creative name. That's actually a little bit funny. You have access to healing, shopping, berry statistics. This is more of a proof of concept. You take on your first expedition, but they didn't have enough time, so this project is shorter than they would have planned for. Oh my god, I have to save the game? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. So I think this is going to be quite short. It sounds like the intended game is we will play through 3 different expeditions, but I think as it is right now, there's only one, maybe. Wow, already here on the boat, took off super fast. Too odd. If Alyssa's directions are any good, Hubton should be right up there, directly north. Look at that, and we even have a run sprout. I remember back in the day when people making the Jam game. Oh, we can say. Oh, it's the cycle menu, which never makes much sense. Because, like, if I go right, 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 and then if I press left, I go to the right. I guess if I just think of it as right as clockwise and left as anti-clockwise, it makes sense. But let's save so that Kenny's happy. Apparently we are Riley. We have a bag. We have nothing in it. We have a player card. Oh, we've got a little stripe there. Yeah, that's cool. We've got options. Down in keyboard. Okay. And we've got little wingulls sitting on the tops of trees looking at us. That's kind of cute. There are lots and lots of rogue light or like games for this jam, like a lot, which I guess makes sense because the theme was hub. And if you have a hub, then you kind of got to go out and come back to the hub. And the easiest way to do a game like that is just to do something where you're doing like a roguelike. Oh hi, you're Riley, right? I've been waiting for you. Welcome to Hubton, the one and only hub. You're gonna need this on your journey. You'll be in and out of here while you go on expeditions. In and out like that American milkshake chain. Hubton is your one-stop shop, your hub. This place will have all your needs to complete your tasks. You won't have access to everything right away though. First things first, the tour of what you do have access to. Follow me. That's my favorite Pokemon move. This is the Poke Center Plus Mart. You can come here to heal your Pokemon and do some light shopping. I remember when the Pokemon Center was separate from a Pokemart. Speaking about Pokemon, well, we'll talk about getting you one a little later. Let's carry on. This is Rogue Tower. It's a very short tower. Rogue Tower is where you're going to be getting your Pokemon and your quests. And just over here, this is the home that Rogue Expeditions provided for you. You'll rest here in between quests or expeditions. The Tower of Ashes? Oh my god. That game is never coming out, is it? How many years have you been working on it now? I shouldn't be mean. you made some damn good jam games in the meantime. Yeah. Anyway, why don't you head in on and rest? I'll see you tomorrow. Well, what are your other projects? So this is my house for the time being. I should consider myself lucky. I hear most of the other members of rogue expeditions have a designated apartment block. I can save my progress with the journal on the table. Such an ominous journal. Feels like something out of like Silent Hill. I'll approach it and then like I'll be taken to the other world. I have my PC and it's actually a PC. And I have my potion. Yes. Oh, so this is the other thing, right? There's a few games in this game jam which use like a day system, which is kind of interesting. I forgot that Starfall exists. And a secret one? How come I'm not allowed to know your secret project? Could it be an original indie game? Could you be working on something that you're planning for Steam? I should report to Rogue Tower. Could it be called Project Crimson King? I think there's a very small chance that I guessed that correctly. Okay, let's check out Mr. Tower. Oh my god, Riley, hi! The director wants to see you ASAP. Quick, I'll take you. Oh my god, is that Crimson King? He does look like a Crimson King. Crimson King is what I named my Beyblade. Ah, Alyssa, you must be here, right? You must be Riley. Welcome to Rogue Tower. It seems you are late. But not to worry, this time I understand you have had a long trip. I'll forgive you on this instance, but please try not to be late in the future. Kingu Crimson. Yeah, I guess that works. Doesn't Crimson King sounds more cool than King Crimson? I like the king is Crimson instead of being King Mr. Crimson. You know? Like you say, like blue sapphire. You don't say sapphire blue. You put the adjective first, and it sounds cooler. Like your name, you're Pikachu Mazinga. Adjective Pikachu, noun Mazinga. You know? You know? I'm always straight. Sometimes. Right then, on to the task at hand. I want you to go into the area Alpha, dispatch the trains there, and catch the 3 Pokemon roaming the area. Then you must return to me. Conditions: you have no access to grassy areas, no caves, no water. Consider this your proving grounds and interview. If you do not pass, Rogue Expeditions Company will cover your expenses to return home. Now that said, you will need a Pokemon here. What? No Cade? Cade! It did say Cade back soon. There are a few typos. Oh my god, I can change the gender. But it doesn't change the sprite. I feel like Pikachu is just better by itself. But it would be cool if it lets me evolve my Eevee, which it probably won't, because it's only a demo. So let's do Pikachu. You want to give your Pokemon a name? Sure. Crimson King. Crimson King. Or maybe that looks better, right? Crimson King. Oh my god, but you're employed, Kenny. You've got a real project now, life. No time for hobbies. Focus on your job. No, try to have hobbies, it's good for you. Perfect, now that is all. Feel free to stop by the Pokemon Center Plus Mart before you go on. Let's stay here, I have a separate task for you. Yeah, if you try to do like... Well, I honestly don't know what the hardest thing to overcome is if you're trying to do like solo development. Because I would say like art, right? But there are like a lot of public assets online. But I guess like you're always going to need to do something yourself. Because if you want to have your own protagonist or whatever, you can't just look at me getting sleepy. Oh, yawn. You can't just take public assets and make like your main character, and if you only use public assets you're kind of restricted. Your ideas have to be inside whatever you can find. Whereas if you're good at art, you can make whatever your ideas are. Okay, so we said visit the Pokemart and Thingamabob. And here we are. We will rest our Pokemon, our Mr. Pikachu. How many people are working on Starfall? I know you have Andy, right? I doubt that. I have a little, like, affection hearts. Yeah, as opposed to fake people. What do you mean, real people? Somewhat of a clown. I have, like, IV stars. Okay. Right, okay. Well, unless, oh my god, by fake people, do you mean you wouldn't, Maz? You wouldn't use AI, would you? On Pokemon Starfall? No. We're gonna have to cancel you, Maz. It's over. Hi there, what? I'm Tysic. I do statistics. Okay. Okay, you're not ready yet. You sell berries. You're not open for business. You're just a berry shop. How can you not be open for business? I'm you. I track how many whiteouts you've had. Why do they call it a whiteout and not a blackout? Go to Area Alpha. Where's Area Alpha? To the left? Yes, I did go to... You don't need to ask me if I went to the Pokemon Center. I went to the Pokemon Center. You can check that. So they said grass is off limits, did they not? But I'm going to have to walk through the grass to get out of here. I don't know. I asked it to write jokes and stuff so I know there's a worse writer than me and I don't feel bad. Can you give me one of the jokes? Kind of odd that, like... I don't know, I feel like Maz is going to have an aneurysm seems. I don't care too much about graphics, but there's like a lot clashing here. One, like, battle backgrounds are not too hard to implement and they're part of a default essentials. And I think there's like a good like forest one. So it's kind of odd having like the default indoor one. And then does this have linking moves? I think it's different. I didn't see that in the thread. And then on top of that, the music is too loud. Is it too loud? I don't know. It's too loud for me. Bye bye. What good timing. How do I ban again? Speaking of, yeah. And then on top of that, like you've got like white outlines for this character. You've been detected, Maz. Maz just I'll allow it, but that got picked up by Twitch. Oh my god, now I've got a real there's another one. This guy's being picked up. So it's not getting shown. But they're all coming here now. Why don't you just go home? I let yours through, so it should be there now. But yeah, the white outline here, but then the no white outline here, as well as like the animation, but no animation here. Maybe it's not too weird. I don't know. It feels a little bit weird. Is Quick Attack the only damaging move I have? It is. Okay. What a shame, what a shame. I know Cat with no job maybe was like not for the jam, but looking at your stuff for his own project. Maybe it was someone else? I'll go catch a nut. Yeah, it was Cat with no job, right? Esther Ball. What a... This ball menu's cool. I like the ball menu. That's a cool bit of UI. Really? Were they in Far-Fetched Story 2? What did Ken use him for? Everybody loves Kenny. Why am I missing? Come on, Crimson King. Okay, let's try another one. What are we gonna call this guy? Something like Verdant Nut? What's a fancy word for green? Well, I didn't mean to do that. Girth? Girth green? That's not a word. That's how fat your penis is. Let's open up thesaurus.com. Green synonyms. Emerald nut. That'd be cool. Emerald nut. Emerald nut. Look at that. We've got Crimson King and Emerald Nut. Nothing can stop us. I'm worried that maybe I'm not going to have access to XP all. Let's take out a random guy and find out. A different random Emerald Nut. We might not even make it through this fight, it seems. Pika Pika! You said it, bro, you said it. Okay, Emerald Nut, time to get to work. Can you take out your brother? What deals more damage? Tackle or absorb? Tackle does more damage. I think one more tackle, come on. Good job, Mr. Emerald Nut. I knew you could pull through for me. And not quite reach level 5. I really don't like overworld Pokemon encounters, but when it's like this, I guess. I don't know. When it's just like the grass patches and then also has some walking. Or maybe I don't mind it, but I think it works best when it's like really minimal. Because there's just so many on the screen. I mean, on top of that, I'm pretty sure you still get encounters by walking in the grass. It just, yeah, okay, you don't need to ask me that every time. I guess the problem is that they don't really expire. Like here, it looks fine. There's only like 2 of them. I can kind of see the different mons on the route. But once I'm here for a while, oh look at that Budu, your little itchy itchy puffin. Let's focus on the Weedle. Get him. Oh look at that static. You tell him, Crimson King. If I had a porn name, I think it'd be Crimson King. I don't know what it even means. Is it just calling my dick red? Anyway, I shouldn't talk about this stuff. Life, you know? What do happy people talk about? The weather? It's too sunny today. It's too fucking hot. It's way too much. I'm upstairs with the aircon on, so it's okay. But like, downstairs in the kitchen, the wall is like one big window. It's fucking insane. It's not good. Oh yeah, that was a... And it led to some cool games, you know. Now this one game called called Stardust Princess. I think that's cool. In fact, that might be my my favorite jam. I feel like Eve Expo, Game Jam 2025, they really peaked. The participants of that jam knew what they were doing. And you know what? You know who was better than the participants of that jam? The judges. Because the judges made some really good picks at jam. They knew what the best games were. I mean, the jam where Azume didn't win. I mean, I don't think the judges were very good. I think they were maybe a bit preoccupied. They weren't actually focusing on the game. But last year's jam, I think the judges were very fair and very analytical with the games they chose. I don't even remember what else won. I don't even remember what else was last year. What did I play? Did I play the jam games last year? Last year. Last year. Last year. Last year, right? Yeah. I'm getting stuck in my head. I'm like, but I made Stardust Princess before I came to Japan. And even though it feels like I've been here for an eternity, I actually haven't even been here for a year yet. What did Kenny make? What did Kenny make? I'm happy to talk about this because I feel like it's fun to talk about now. But I made Stardust Princess before my son was born. Oh my god, Kenny did make a game called Stardust Princess. Fuck. My head. I made Stardust Princess before my son was born. But for some reason, I feel like my son is really old and is older than a year old when he's not. So I thought that last year I didn't play the Jam games because I was busy. But it's actually not even been a year yet. Yeah. But I feel like I've done nothing and everything at the same time. It feels like it's been way longer than a year. But it hasn't even been a year. Life is crazy, man. Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe my brain is slowly disintegrating from all the early morning wake ups I've been doing. I wake up somewhere between 4:30 a.m. and at absolute best, 6:30 a.m. every day. Because when the baby wakes up, I wake up. But I'm still going to bed at like 11 or 12, which honestly is not that bad in terms of how much sleep I'm getting. But I was a night owl. This isn't like me to wake up at 5 a.m. and do stuff. Right? Right? This isn't me. I've changed. It's not who I am. I think I'm dead. I think my Emerald Nut has died and Badu has taken home the World Cup. I used to stay up until 10 a.m. working on my university assignments because that's when the deadline was. I'd start them at like 12 a.m. and I'd work all through the night until the deadline at 10 a.m. Because I was a horrible fucking person who had no idea how to actually focus and do my assignments. And then I'd sleep at like 10 a.m. and I'd wake up at like 3 p.m. and be like, "Yep, that was a good day." But here I am. I'm on holidays right now, but I wake up, I go to work, I look after a kid. It's insane. I don't know, man. And here I am sitting in my room playing Pokemon fan games, so maybe nothing's actually changed. Maybe I'm still the same weird person. But my god. Anyway, let's continue against on Route Alpha. We've got a cool water tower or watchtower or something. Life is, Life is Strange. I mean, we'll talk about this because you said it. But I used to be like the biggest Life is Strange fan there is. I don't know if any of you have actually played Life is Strange. But I played Life is Strange 1 when I was a young, impressionable teen, and it stuck with me. And I played Before the Storm. Didn't like it as much as I like Life is Strange 1, but I liked it. It was fun. I liked it. Then I played Life is Strange 2, and I'm like one of the few people who actually really liked Life is Strange 2. It left like a big impact on me. I think about Sean and Daniel a lot, even though most people like hate that game. And then came Life is Strange True Colors. I think I'm not missing it. And I gave True Colors a shot, and the DLC. But then came Double Exposure, which just seemed like a weird cash grab. They're bringing back Max. They had done away with the original creators completely. The series belonged to Deck 9 now and no longer belongs to Don't Nod. What is going on here? And then they made whatever the sequel to Double Exposure is, and they brought back Chloe too, and I'm like, okay, this series is not. Yeah, I'm not allowed to enter caves, but it also said I'm not allowed to enter grass, so what's going on with that? I'm not allowed to enter here either. I've been trapped by a nut. Anyway, that's my relationship with Life is Strange. I was like the biggest Life is Strange fanboy. I read some of the comics, but now I've let go of the series. I mean, it happens. Like with Doctor Who, I used to be, when I was a kid, I would wait till Thursday every night. Shut up, Maz. I was a big. You want to see my pictures? I've got pictures, buddy. I was the best. I was the best. I would sit up every night on Thursday, watch Doctor Who. Yeah, I bet you loved them. I bet you touched yourself thinking about me. I bet you didn't even need to touch yourself. I bet you just looked and you whited out like a Pokemon player. Anyway, I need to talk about nice things. I'm a dad now. I can't talk about this. I need to be a better person. I need to leave the femboy days behind. My son will never see those pictures. I pray to God. I should delete them because I think they are still on my laptop. It doesn't make sense that a weirdo like me became a dad. Why not Kenny? Kenny's such a mature, hardworking man. He's calm. He doesn't say weird things. He has a full-time job. He practices his hobbies. Oh, but you're right. You are like a League addict. I don't know if you actually play League anymore, but you were a League addict. That's pretty gross. I think I'd rather take a femboy as a father than a League addict. We're making no progress in this game, but that's okay. Who is the trainer I'm missing? Or do I just need to go talk to them now that I've taken them all out? I need to complete my task. My task was to defeat... Yes, but I should heal. My task was to defeat all the trainers, right? Have I not? I don't know, man. Everyone, would you, Kenny? Would you take me to be your father? I didn't say that. Defeat! Defeat with a D! Oh, you must not understand, because I don't know. You suck at English? Have I bought... I bought you. There's been worse. I mean, it's fine to talk about this, because all we're doing right now is just doing Pokemon battles. Right? Maybe. I do kind of wish that, like, the starters had more interest in movesets, because currently, our Pikachu really has only known Quick Attack. It's level 7. I defeated you. I cannot even tackle. What? I can't go here, right? Is what it said. Because it said don't hang out with the water. I can't enter the cave. Maybe the demo doesn't have like a real ending. What did they say? They didn't give any. They said it's short. Do I need to talk to the NPC after I defeat them? Just a few more to go. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to talk to them after I defeat them. Because of stupid Maz, every time I say defeat, I'm now thinking of like taking someone off. Or taking someone and cutting off their feet. After I beat them in battle. That's better. Just a few more to go. In battle. I said in battle. Beat them in battle. Let's save. What? Why is there no... What? Are you joshing me? Oh, I save at Vidari. That's right. Thank you, Kenny. I did it. So trainers, this needs to be 4. Okay, now that's 4. Pokemon will appear, and I guess it's the second half of my job. These guys. Hopefully I haven't broken anything. It's a tutorial. Do you want to battle it? Yes. Look at that big head. Reminds me of someone. Now, if only I had a Thunder type move. But no. Doo-doo. There's a Sewaddle here. Really exciting and high caliber Pokemon gameplay. Spamming quick attack. You can tell I'm good at this game. And then the normal 2, I guess. Pika Pika, what a sad little sound. Everyone else here just makes like normal Pokemon cries. But that little guy goes Pika Pika. Hopefully we win. Ta-da, okay. That completes the task that the director gave me. I should head back to the tower. Oh. Repels would be nice. Oh, get out of my way, buddy! Shoot. Shoot. Thank you. I guess that's the other thing with like doing like overworld encounters as a plugin. Is if you have maps with like small gaps. I mean, this map is fairly fine. With, like wide paths, but there's a few areas with like small 1-tree gaps. Then they can get quite annoying. Ah, Riley, you're back. You have completed your expedition. Great, congratulations, you're now an official member. Those 3 Pokemon you caught will also be added to your starter roster from here on out. and is gone. Faded into nothingness. This is the end of the Game Jam project. I'm sorry it was short. I had wanted the project to be much more finished than it ended up being. Not only did I start the Game Jam late, I bit off more than I could chew, and I had to deal with the release of my main project's demo. Ultimately, it was a combination of bad timing, overworking, and procrastinating that made this project so short. However, I think this serves as a pretty okay proof of concept for a gameplay style. I may return to this project in the future, I may not. But I totally don't dislike what I don't know. That's a very like I don't totally dislike what I made. Very like low standard for yourself. I think you can be a bit more confident with that than what I've made in the past few weeks. Thank you for playing. Yeah, look, obviously that game was very short and like quite unpolished as well. Hello, Hige. Let's say hello. You want to say hello? Hello, my name's Hige. Thank you for making this Pokemon fan game. I enjoyed playing it. Meow 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 meow. And yeah, obviously it's like a very short game, and like it could use a lot of work, a lot of polish, a lot of typos, a lot of like small things like the battle backgrounds. Um, but like if all you wanted it to be is like a proof of concept, and I think it works. Obviously, I can kind of see like what was supposed to be the roguelite system, because at the very end they talk about like adding Pokemon to your starter roster, and they had that plugin where like you pick two Pokemon, you pick a Pokemon from two, and I can see how that kind of system could be used in a roguelike. But then what I was feeling more was more like a kind of a Pokemon game in the context of being like a Pokemon Ranger or something, where you go out to different sites and you do stuff that's not just gym battles, but also like dealing with rogue Pokemon or battling bad people. I don't know. There's not too much to comment on, but I think making this, I imagine it would have been good experience for Mirage, because you got to make maps, you got to do a lot of eventing, and I think like whatever you did here, it should definitely help projects in the future go more smoothly. Like and like that way, even if you find yourself in the future with not much time to make something, you've done this stuff before, so hopefully it should go more easily. I don't know, but yeah. Thank you much. That has been Pokemon Rogue Crown. Very short little demo. I took much longer with it than I needed to, but we had a bit of waffling around and a little bit of a bug problem.